My name is Moray. I'm a fashion designer who is obsessed with history. I'm doing a series on famous rulers from antiquities, marriages, and their partners. Today we're going to be discussing Marcus Aurelius and his very happy marriage to his legal sister, Faustina the Younger. Yes, Marcus Aurelius married his sister. Adopted sister. Cousin. It was a very happy marriage. Marcus Aurelius is one of the world's most famous Roman emperors, not only because he's known for being one of the last good emperors. His philosophical writings are all over your social media feed from LinkedIn to Instagram. Marcus Aurelius is known as a symbol of perseverance in a time where we are taught we should all be hustling and grinding. However, whilst Marcus Aurelius is seen as a really harsh figure, his meditations actually are a very intimate portrait of a vulnerable man learning to cope with the idea that one day he will take up the purple and become an emperor. People see him as a bold and strong figure who rose against adversity. However, he had a sad life. He wasn't meant to take up the purple. He wasn't really meant to take up the imperial line. We don't think of someone like Marcus Aurelius having a happy marriage, especially considering that Rome was filled with relationships based on power struggles and, well, trying to kill each other. Rome was full of psychos. What if I told you that Marcus Aurelius actually had 13 kids and a really happy marriage? One of the happiest in the Roman Empire. So, today we're going to be talking about his wife. I was about to call her a wifey then. Today we're going to be talking about his wife, Faustina the Younger, and how she helped stabilize Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius was born into the family of a praetor and wasn't meant to wear the purple. His uncle was somebody called Antoninus Pius, who I will make a video about in due course. Hadrian adopted Marcus's uncle Antoninus Pius. Hadrian had no descendants. Marcus grew up with Antoninus Pius's children, Lucius Verus and Faustina the Younger. Faustina the Younger legally was Marcus's sister. When adopting Antoninus Pius, Hadrian made it clear that he wanted Lucius Verus and Marcus Aurelius to end up co-ruling. Marcus Aurelius initially was engaged to Aelius Caesar's daughter, but it was Hadrian who wanted a strong family, and therefore he was made to marry his sister, his legal sister. Marcus and Faustina get married in 145 CE, and I think it's creepy, but Faustina's around 15 at the time and Marcus is 24. But again, very, very normal for that time. Antoninus Pius died then in 161 CE, making Marcus and Verus emperor. Antoninus actually had a long run. Antoninus Pius had like a long run. Marcus Aurelius became emperor at age 38. I mean, that's probably the age Justin Trudeau became prime minister. I mean, it's a solid age for ancient Rome where people died at 20. There's not much bad to say historically about Faustina the Younger and Marcus Aurelius's union. Verus ended up passing very quickly into the co-emperorship. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. And Marcus held down the fort in a difficult time of Rome. In fact, Marcus's death marked a time where there were bad emperors like Commodus, his son, who was not unlike the gladiator character with the same name. You have so many Germanic tribes trying to invade the empire. You have the Antonine Plague. He had a hard time. We don't see his type of leadership until someone like Aurelian comes in. Faustina was so supportive of her husband. She was considered the Mater Castorum, basically the mother of the camp when Marcus would go on his military campaigns. They were married 30 years. That's huge. It's such a long time in ancient Rome. Now then, we do have a bit of tea on Faustina. We do have a little tidbit that she wasn't the ideal Roman woman. And obviously it's going to come from Cassius Dio. So Cassius Dio is a historical writer. He's not considered as good as Suetonius or Tacitus. Tacitus, I still can't say his name, Tacitus. But he is as reliable as we can get. without actually time traveling back to ancient Rome. Cassius Dio stated that Faustina was a bit of a thought and had lots of affairs, especially with sailors. How do I put that nicely? That's the only gossip we have about Faustina the Younger, is that she had affairs while Marcus was away on campaign. Faustina in 175 CE ends up passing, and this devastates Marcus. He mourned her loss so much. He, in her honor, and I think this is one of the cutest things in Roman anecdotes I've ever heard, he opened a school for orphan girls and named it after her. The Girls of Faustina. I just, like, in a time where women were not being educated, that's what he does. Come on. Like, that is, like, I think that's one of the sweetest historical anecdotes, and that's so Marcus Aurelius. You know? He also idolized her and deified her, so he made her a goddess. But that was normal when a emperor was mourning someone. I think the anecdote about the girls' school where women were rarely given an education is one of the sweetest things I have heard in classics anecdotes. So I'm really glad that Marcus had a good partner to support him. Yes, this video wasn't about as much tea or gossip as we usually do, but our next video, which we're going to be doing about Claudius, is chock full of gossip. So yes, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.